1996, and they're holding him to it for the moment. But Neville looks less than happy with his lot these days.
Neville Southall's story is one of grit, transformation and triumph, from a modest upbringing to becoming one of football's most revered goalkeepers. His life off the pitch, however, has also been marked by complex personal struggles, now brought into sharper focus by revelations from his daughter. Born in the coastal town of Llandudno, Wales, Southall's early years were a far cry from the glitz of professional football. Raised in a working-class family as the middle child of 3 brothers, he grew up in a household grounded by his parents, Fred and Rose. From an early age, football captured his imagination. Playing for his school and the local side Llandudno, Swifts, often alongside future Welsh international Joey Jones, he began to develop the instinctive shot-stopping ability that would later define his career. Despite playing for a team that often struggled, the adversity forged his resilience and unwavering commitment to the game. School life at Ysgol John Bright failed to hold his interest. Southall left at 16 with no qualifications, dreaming not of football stardom, but of becoming a postman, a reflection of his modest ambitions and lack of faith in a professional sporting future. He cycled through various jobs, binman, waiter and hod carrier, working far from the glamour of stadiums and fans. His footballing journey in these years was riddled with disappointment, including unsuccessful trials at Wrexham, Crewe Alexandra, and Bolton Wanderers. But his passion for the game never faltered. By 15, he was turning out for Llandudno Town before moving to Bangor City. There, financial instability and intense competition for the goalkeeper's position added further hurdles. Still, he persevered, working his way through semi-professional clubs like Conwy United and Winsford United. It was at Winsford where Southall's potential began to shine. He won the Cheshire Senior Cup and was named Player of the Year, achievements that hinted at greater things to come. His rising profile soon attracted attention. Both Barry and Wigan Athletic expressed interest, but it was Barry who secured his signature, thanks to manager Dave Connor's persuasion. Southall joined for a fee of $6,000 with additional payments tied to his future progress, though Connor was replaced by Jim. Early before the 1980-81 season began, Southall's potential was clear. As the chosen successor to long-serving keeper John Forrest, he benefited immensely from specialised coaching under Wolf McGuinness. His debut for Barry came against Wigan, the club he might have joined, ending in a poetic 2-1 win. The season proved a rollercoaster for the club, mixing inconsistency in the 4th Division with success in cup competitions. Barry reached the 3rd round of the FA Cup and scored a memorable League Cup victory over Newcastle United. Southall featured in 44 domestic matches that season, kept 15 clean sheets, and conceded just 50 goals, a remarkable feat for a young keeper. He was duly honoured with both Player of the Year and Young Player of the Year awards at the club. Southall's big break arrived in 1981, when Everton's manager Howard Kendall signed him for $150,000. Despite facing stiff competition for the starting spot, his debut against Ipswich Town marked the beginning of a transformative chapter in both his career and Everton's history. Early challenges included a humiliating 5-0 loss to Liverpool and a loan spell at Port Vale. But his grit and talent eventually cemented his place as Everton's number 1. Under Kendall, Southall became the backbone of an Everton side that dominated English football in the mid-1980s. The 1983-84 season ended with an FA Cup triumph, followed by a golden 1984-85 campaign where Everton won the First Division by a record margin and lifted the European Cup Winners' Cup. Southall's performances, especially a crucial save against Tottenham, proved pivotal. However, the Heysel Stadium disaster and subsequent ban on English clubs from European competitions halted their momentum on the continental stage. Domestically, though, success continued, including Charity Shield victories that cemented Southall's status as a club legend. The late 80s and early 90s brought turbulence to Everton, with frequent managerial changes and erratic form. But Southall remained a constant, a symbol of the club's spirit, especially in the fraught 1993-94 season when Everton narrowly avoided relegation. He remained committed despite personal controversies and team instability. His resilience paid off in the 1994-95 season when Everton, under Joe Royle, won the FA Cup. Southall's performance in the final against Manchester United was a career highlight. As the 1990s progressed, his role shifted amid squad changes. He spent time sidelined, went on loan, and faced the brutal realities of football's shifting landscape. Yet his dedication to Everton never wavered. A testimonial match and the awarding of an MBE highlighted the respect he had earned. Internationally, Southall debuted for Wales in 1982 and quickly became a cornerstone of the national side. Though his career coincided with Wales's repeated near misses in major tournament qualifications, Southall's brilliance stood out. The 1986 World Cup and Euro 1988 qualifiers saw narrow failures. He faced elite teams like the Netherlands and West Germany in the 1990 qualifiers, but often single-handedly kept Wales competitive. A highlight came during the Euro 1992 qualifiers with a famous win over world champions Germany. The 1994 World Cup campaign was perhaps Wales' best shot, but a decisive loss to Romania dashed their hopes, with tragedy adding further pain in the aftermath. Though Wales never qualified for a major tournament during his tenure, Southall's longevity and leadership were unmatched. He eventually took on a player-coach role as the team continued to struggle for consistency. His record number of caps stood as a testament to his enduring value to the national team. Away from the pitch, Southall's personal life was equally eventful. He married Errol Williams in 1980 and had a daughter, Samantha, in 1987. Their relationship, however, turned bitterly public when Southall sued his daughter at age 19 to recover $55,000 worth of memorabilia, including his FA Cup medal, MBE, and international caps, that he had gifted her at age 10. A judge ordered Samantha to return the items and pay $6,000 in legal costs. Tearfully, the young law student said, "I idolized my dad. I don't know how I'll pay the costs." His marriage ended after nearly 2 decades, reportedly due to affairs. Later, he found new companionship with Emma, an aromatherapist. Together, they pursued foster parenting, revealing a nurturing and introspective side of Southall that contrasted sharply with his stern on-pitch persona. Known for being quiet and reserved, and for his abstinence from alcohol, Southall was often viewed as a loner, an image far removed from the dominant figure who commanded the penalty box. In 2012, his candid autobiography, The Bin Man Chronicles, became one of the year's best-selling football books. Through it, readers gained insight into the mind of a complex, driven, and deeply reflective man who rose from humble beginnings to the top of the football world. After hanging up his gloves, Southall turned to education. He became a teaching assistant in Blaenau Gwent, focusing on equipping young people with job-seeking and soft skills. His dedication to mentoring and community work reflects the depth of his character and his commitment to making a difference. Beyond football, Neville Southall's journey is one of transformation, tenacity, and legacy. From the working-class streets of North Wales to the heights of European football, and from personal hardships to public redemption, his story continues to inspire, even as it evolves into unexpected chapters.